Hi everybody, sorry if I look terrifying. I'm going to be doing my first impression video. I am super pumped. I am trying my Sephora foundation. This is the 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I have high hopes for this. I've never tried any like Sephora brand, not much of their makeup in general, but especially like their foundation, so I'm excited to try this. I'm going to be using my Pseudo Beauty Blender. This is my Real Techniques, it's like Miracle Complexion Sponge or something. This is awesome. I've talked about it a lot and I have a whole review on it that I'll link down below if you want to see it, but long story short, this is amazing sponge. I just ordered 3 more online because my Ulta is always sold out, so I'm excited to get these, but this is awesome. It is a little, it's not dirty, it's clean, but it is stained with some makeup, so just let me. These are the primers that I've been using lately. This is the Benefit Porefessional and the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refine Zone Treatment. So I'm gonna put this one I put pretty much all over my skin, and the Porefessional I use just on like the areas of my face where I really have some larger pores. My skin, oh by the way, this is a curling iron burn, so that's cute. Okay, so this comes with a pump. It's in a really nice bottle. I talked about that in my haul if you saw that. But I like love this packaging. I've been using, and I said the same thing, but I've been using drugstore foundation for so long that like having a glass bottle and a pump is like luxury. So I just put one whole pump on the back of my hand. You can see that it's kind of thick. It's not like moussey or anything, but it's not dripping down my hand. So I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to dip this in here and kind of like dab this all over my skin. Okay, so that was one pump. It's blending pretty easily. Feels really light on the skin, like even though it looked a little bit thicker, it doesn't feel like thick. The girl at Sephora said that this gives like a natural finish, as in it's not too matte and it's not too like glowy or anything, which I've been really liking a lot. I used to be like, oh my god, I want my skin to be super matte, and now I'm kind of like embracing just a little bit of like a natural look. I just think it looks so much better. I still want like flawless coverage, but it doesn't have to be like cakey looking or like dead matte. So far that covered pretty well. I mean, I still see like a little bit of spot shining through. You can see my curling iron burn, which is pretty dark, so I didn't necessarily expect it to cover that up, but so far it feels very light. Still looks skin. I think this is a good color match, which I color matched myself, so pretty proud. Okay, so that was one layer of foundation, and I think that looks good. Like, I really like it. It looks really natural. It still looks like skin. It does not look cakey at all. Sorry. Does not look cakey at all. There's still some like little bumps around here that I need some extra coverage, which I could just go in with a concealer, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a second layer of this and see how it layers, and let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna do one more pump. Okay, just putting extra foundation on those spots is covering them really well. The second application was a full pump on the back of my hand. I could have used, for a second application, I could have used just about a half of a pump because now I'm just kind of like going over what I already did. So just keep that in mind. And I do like this coverage a lot. It covered up those like little tiny scars, and I have a couple like little raised bumps. Now that I'm looking at this color, I could have gone one shade darker, I think. See, I feel like that looks worse on camera, but in person, it doesn't look bad, but I think I would like to go back and get one shade darker if I do end up liking this foundation. So that is 2 coats, 2 layers. I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. So again, I just put a pump on my hand and I'm going to put it on my beauty blender and apply it this way. My color is in NW20. You guys notice, I feel like everybody who has this concealer has it in either like NW20 or NC20. Like everybody has it in the same shade. If you're looking at my makeup thinking, oh my god, I can't believe she wears that much makeup to work, I can't either, but I love it. Can't stop. Okay, so there was enough on that pump to do like down my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and my cupid's bow and my chin. So that is that. I always use a primer and always set my foundation and always use a setting spray. I just always do. I am going to do what I would normally do. So I'm going to take this like flat side here, you can see, and I have the Ben Nye banana powder. I really want to get the cameo powder, so hopefully I will soon, and I'm just going to dip this in here. You can see, that may look like a lot, but it's really a thin layer, like, so you can even see the sponge through. And I'm just going to use this to set my face. I actually did this for the first time with this powder yesterday, and I've just been using different powders, and I love this. Like, this is a great powder. I just want the cameo one because it doesn't have a yellow tint, it has a light tint, and I think that would be great for setting under my eyes. I wish you guys could hear Nico snoring underneath my desk right here. Like, it's perfection. Okay, so I just finished the rest of my makeup, and I just want to show you the bronzer that I used is one of my recent favorites that I picked up. Again, I found it in my collection. This is the Baked Bronzer from Palladio, and this is in Caribbean Tan. You can get this at Ulta. I love this bronzer. I don't use it to contour because it does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I love that to warm up my face. And then I use the blush from MAC called Peaches. Again, I've had this for a long time, and it's just a really nice blush. So I'm going to be using the same setting spray that I've been using before I purchased this, which is the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. Now, don't let dewy finish fool you. This does not give you any sort of dewy finish, but it also doesn't like mattify your skin. So I'm just going to use this. This is what I would typically use. So far I am, if you can't tell, loving this foundation. My face seriously looks more flawless than it has looked in so long, besides this little burn. The foundation covered everything that I was looking for. I honestly think that my skin looks flawless. Tell me what you guys think. Along with the banana powder, like that helps too, but the application was so easy. It layered to what I would consider this a full coverage foundation. I just honestly love it. The texture is very thin feeling, even though it looks like, I feel like my face looks airbrushed right now. Like, especially in person, I just think that it looks so good. Like, if I saw this on somebody else's skin, I would be like, damn. Hopefully it wears well and doesn't like do anything weird. So I will check in later. I am off to work now, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Hi guys, so it's the end of the day pretty much. I just got home from work, and it has been a little over 9 hours. A pretty long day today. So I just want to come in on here and check in with you. I actually tried to film a short video on my iPhone because that's the camera that I had with me throughout the day, but the video was too large to email to myself and something stupid. So anyways, I didn't get to check in like throughout the day, but I'm coming on here now. So like I said, a little over 9 hours. I'm still really liking this foundation. I did not touch up a single time, and you can see like barely any shininess is like coming through. I mean barely any, like I still do not feel like I really need to touch up unless I want to look super matte, which I'm not too concerned about. That again is my burn that you guys saw earlier, and I still feel like it looks so good. Like I'm loving it so much. The only thing is I do wish it was just like a shade darker. If you can tell, it is just like a shade too light for me, and I am gonna be like tanning, and I know that I'm gonna just only get darker, so I need a shade or two darker to really match my skin tone. This foundation claims to be like a 10-hour wear foundation. It is about a half an hour until it is officially 10 hours since application. Cannot believe that, the day went by so fast. But yeah, I doubt after the 10 hours the foundation's just gonna start slipping off my face. So I absolutely love it. I would definitely recommend it, obviously. And for $20, I mean that's $10 more than my drugstore foundation, so it's really not that much, and I'm just so pleasantly surprised. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below if it did help you, and maybe if you've tried this foundation yourself. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And I believe that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel again and watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.